Choreb Beruach, Sword of the Spirit. Interpreted and narrated by Wendy. Luke, Chapter 8. And it came to pass afterwards that he went throughout every city and village, preaching and showing the glad tidings of the kingdom of all. And the 12 were with him. And Miriam called Magdalene, a woman who was healed of evil spirits and diseases, out of whom went 7 demons. And Johanna, the wife of Chuza, Herod's steward, and Shoshana, and others who ministered to him from their substance. And when many people had gathered together, and had come to him out of every city, he spoke a parable. A sower went out to sow his seed. And as he sowed, some fell by the wayside, and it was trodden down, and the birds of the air devoured it. And some fell upon a rock, and as soon as it had sprung up, it withered away, because it lacked moisture. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up with it, and choked it. And others fell on good ground, and sprung up, and produced fruit 100-fold. And when he had said these things, he cried, "He who has an ear, let him hear." Therefore his Talmudim asked him, saying, "What might this parable mean?" And he answered, "Unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of all, but to others in parables, that seeing they might not see, and hearing they might not understand. Now the parable is this: the seed is the word of all. Those by the wayside are those who hear, but Hashatan comes and takes away the word out of their hearts, unless they believe and are saved. Those on the rock are those who receive the word with joy when they hear it, but they have no root, which for a while believe, but during the time of temptation fall away. And that which falls among thorns are those who, when they have heard, go out, and are choked with the cares and riches and pleasures of life, and do not mature. But that which is on the good ground are those who have heard the word with an honest and good heart, keeping it, and bringing forth fruit with perseverance. No man, when he has lighted a candle, covers it with a vessel, or puts it under a bed, but sets it on a menorah, so that those who enter in may see the light. For nothing is secret that will not manifest, nor hidden that will not be made known and come out. Therefore take heed what you hear. For whoever has, to him will be given, and whoever has not, from him will be taken, even that which he seems to have. Then his mother and brethren came to him, but they could not come to him because of the crowd. And it was told to him by someone who said, "Your mother and brethren stand outside, desiring to see you." Therefore he answered them, "My mother and brethren are those who hear the word of all, and do it." Now it came to pass on a certain day that he went into the ship with his Talmudim, and he said to them, "Let us go over to the other side of the lake." And they launched off. But as they sailed, he fell asleep. Then a windstorm came down on the lake. Also they were filled with water, and were in jeopardy. So they came to him and woke him, saying, "Rabbi, Rabbi, we will perish." Then he arose and rebuked the wind and the raging water, and they ceased, and there was a calm. Then he said to them, "Where is your faith?" And they, being afraid, wondered, saying one to another, "What manner of man is this? For he even commands the winds and water, and they obey him." Furthermore, they arrived at the country of Gadarenas, which is opposite of Galilee. And when he went out to land, a man met him from the city, who had demons a long time, and wore no clothes, nor lived in a house, but in the tombs. When he saw Yehoshua, he cried out and fell down before him, and with a loud voice said, "What do I have to do with you, Yehoshua, son of Elua, Most High? I beseech you, do not torment me." For he had commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man. Oftentimes they had caught him, and he was kept bound with chains and fetters. But he broke the bonds and was driven into the wilderness by Hashatan. And Yehoshua asked him, saying, "What is your name?" And he answered, "Legion," because many demons had entered into him. And they requested of him that he would not command them to go into the deep. And there was a herd of many swine feeding on the mountain. And they requested of him that he would allow them to enter into them. Therefore he allowed them. Then the demons went out of the man, and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down a steep place into the lake, and drowned. When those who fed them saw what happened, they fled. They went and told it in the city and in the country. Then they went out to see what had happened, and came to Yehoshua, and found the man, out of whom the demons had departed, sitting at the feet of Yehoshua, clothed and in his right mind. So they were afraid. Also, those who saw it told them how he who had been possessed by demons was healed. Then the whole multitude around the country of Gadarenas requested him to depart from them, for they were taken with great fear. So he went up into the ship and returned back again. Now the man out of whom the demons had departed requested of him that he might be with him. But Yehoshua sent him away, saying, "Return to your own house, and show the great things all has done for you." Then he went his way and publicized throughout the entire city the great things Yehoshua had done for him. And it came to pass that when Yehoshua had returned, the people received him, for they were waiting for him. And behold, a man named Yair came, and he was a ruler of the synagogue. Yet he fell down at the feet of Yehoshua, requesting that he would come into his house. For he had only one daughter, about 12 years of age, and she laid dying. However, as he went, the people crowded him. And a woman having an issue of blood for 12 years, who had spent all of her living on physicians, but could not be healed by any, came behind him and touched the border of his garment, and immediately her issue of blood stopped. Therefore Yehoshua asked, "Who touched me?" When all denied, Caiaphas and those who were with him said, "Rabbi, the multitude crowds you and presses you, yet you ask, 'Who touched me?'" And Yehoshua said, "Somebody has touched me, for I felt virtue go out of me." And when the woman saw that she could not hide, she came trembling, and falling down before him, she declared to him before all the people the reason why she had touched him, and how she was healed instantly. And he said to her, "Daughter, be of good comfort. Your faith has made you whole. Go in peace." While he still spoke, someone from the house of the ruler of the synagogue said to him, "Your daughter is dead. Do not trouble the rabbi." But when Yehoshua heard it, he answered him, saying, "Fear not, only believe, and she will be made whole." And when he entered the house, he did not allow anyone to go in, except Caiaphas and Jacob and Yochanan, and the father and mother of the maiden. And all wept and bewailed her. But he said, "Do not weep. She is not dead, but sleeps." And they laughed him to scorn, knowing she was dead. Therefore he put them all out, and he took her by the hand and called, saying, "Maiden, arise." And her spirit came again, and she quickly rose up. Then he commanded to give her grain. And her parents were astonished, but he charged them that they should tell no one what was done.